Good evening, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to another stream with Pulse Racing and the Four Corners Racing League. My name is William Rucker, and you will be riding along with me tonight in my number 77 Pulse Racing Magnolia Woodshop Fat Nerds Toyota Camry. Joining me tonight, both in commentary and on the track, is my cousin Austin Rucker, driver of the number 79 Pulse Racing Magnolia Woodshop Fat Nerds Toyota Camry. Tonight's race,
Hello.
oh, there he is. Tonight's race takes place at the beautiful Circuit of the Americas racetrack in Austin, Texas, and will contain many firsts. Not only is tonight the first race with our new paint schemes that we will get to a little bit later, but it's also the first race of 2021 for the Four Corners Racing League. Before we get into the details of the race, we briefly pause to let you know a little bit about a few of our sponsors that help us to put on this show every week. So stay tuned, and we will be right back after these messages.
This stream is brought to you by the following partners. The Fat Nerds Podcast, now streaming everywhere you get your podcasts. Tune in and let them know that we sent you their way. By The Woodshop, helping turn your house into a home. Check them out on Facebook at The Woodshop. And by Pulse Productions, making paint schemes and logos you can be proud of. Message us on Facebook at Pulse Productions Designs to see how we can help you.
Track sure has a lot of curves. You know what else has curves? Fat Nerds Podcast. Tune in now. We have all the nerd news you need, plus a couple laughs along the way, and we throw those in for free. I mean, the whole podcast is free, really. We're on everything. We're on Apple Podcasts, we're on Spotify, we're on Anchor, we're on, well, I don't really know what else we're on. We're on the moon. Are we on the moon? What was that? Okay, we're not on the moon, but we could be. Tune in now. Fat Nerds, P-H-A-T, Nerds with a Z.
And we are back. The Circuit of the Americas is a Grade 1 FIA specification track built in Austin, Texas. Originally opening in October of 2012, COTA has hosted several different disciplines of racing since opening, including Formula One, IndyCar, and Motorcycle Grand Prix. Later on this year, COTA will host its first NASCAR races, as all three of the top national touring divisions make their COTA debut in May. Featuring an impressive 20 turns, the track comes in at just under 3.5 miles, meaning that even though tonight's race is only 15 laps, with each lap averaging 2.5 minutes in length, we are still in for 40 plus minutes of racing actions. The turns are fast, the track is beautiful, and the racing will be tough. We are excited to get this race underway, and we hope to get a glimpse of what real life may hold for us later on this year as NASCAR travels to this track. With all that being said, let's take some laps on the track before we switch to qualifying here in just a bit. And just before we went live, Austin was having just a little bit of technical difficulties. Austin, are you having any luck?
Your mic's cutting out.
Oh, that's not good.
That's what I was trying to tell you.
Has it cleared up any at all?
Seemed like it was just real robotic.
Apologize for the slight technical difficulties there, folks. So, your race did load in?
Yeah.
Okay. So, right now, before we get to going here, let's see here. So, like I said, right now we're in the practice session, which has 30 minutes total. It looks like we are just about 10 minutes into that, so there's about 20 minutes of practice left. Then we have a 10-minute qualifying session, which is twice as long as usual. However, it's kind of warranted because the track is so long, and it takes so long to cut a lap around here. And then after that, we just have a short 15-minute lap race. So we're going to go ahead, take to the track, and see if we can get a good feel for how the car is going to drive today in this race session.
Boy, they don't want to turn, do they?
No, they don't. So one of the main focus points for tonight's race is going to be that slow is fast. What I mean by that is you can't cut a fast lap if your car is off the track or spinning around. So the best way that
Like
you
I'm
can,
doing.
just like you see there, I got a little bit too ambitious going into that turn there, causing me to get off track a little bit. So one of the things we're going to have to be able to do tonight is just stay calm, cool, and realize that slow is fast. We're going to have to brake early going into the turns. It's going to look like we're creeping around the track, but we're still going to be going 70 plus miles per hour around this track. Not to mention how fast we'll be going on the straightaways.
Finally made it to the first straightaway.
You can see there, I kind of overshot that turn, even though I lifted 100 yards or so before the turn. So it's all going to be figuring out where your braking points are, where you need to lift, just so that you can be smooth. It'll be a lot like racing like you have an egg underneath the gas pedal. You want to be easy on it, but you also want to be easy on the brakes too, so you don't lock up your wheels. So you just got to be careful and take care of your stuff, and it'll take care of you.
I'm not gonna make it around this track.
And you do have to make it around the track, which is pretty rough. Like we mentioned in the intro, NASCAR has never been here, so we haven't had a true idea of what a NASCAR stock car is supposed to look like, how it's supposed to drive on this track, what kind of times it's supposed to cut, anything like that. And you'll notice too, as the race goes on and we start to get more and more comfortable with the track and the turns, that we'll start to be a little bit faster and we'll drive deeper into the turns and stuff like that. What was that, Austin?
Your mic was doing that again.
I don't think it shows up in the recording because on our streaming program I just do a direct stream from my mic instead of through Discord. I think it's just Discord.
Okay, I'm just letting you know in case.
I do appreciate the heads up. And we can kind of hear it on yours too, so what Austin's hearing from my voice is like what you heard there when his was kind of robotic-y and chopping in and out, so.
Alright, hit the wall.
Can't be doing that. Just missed the entry on that turn. You'll notice I'm being quite a bit more tender-footed around the track this time. I'm trying to get a good baseline for where my braking points should be and then work from there on being more aggressive about pushing the limits and seeing just how much time I can make up in turns and stuff like that.
Literally one sharp left turn.
Yeah. How are you making out, Austin?
Wonderful.
Have you made a complete lap yet?
One.
Up to speed or a warm-up lap?
Up to speed.
That's good.
Oh no.
Give it just a little bit too much there. And there. And there. Well, that's okay. Learning every lap I make, every turn that I make.
Minute 31.811.
Well, Holt Johnston. I'm just learning to ride behind a car right now.
Won't let you pass them?
No. I'm just trying not to pass him.
He probably thinks you won't buy them.
Trying to learn the track. Using him as a guide.
As it stands, folks, we have right at 10 minutes left in this practice session. Then we'll switch over to qualifying, which is going to, again, be a 10-minute, one lap per person qualifying session. And then we'll go into a 15-lap race.
I wrecked JR.
That thing's hurt.
What'd you do that for?
I wasn't trying to. He just kind of coming up on me real quick, and I had nowhere really to go.
Gotta work on my entry on that turn. I think I'm cutting it too sharp. Need to make a
Is it the
wider
first
arc.
one?
No. I couldn't even tell you what turn number it is. I don't have the track figured out that much. I don't see how Kyle Smalley has such a blistering speed. I don't think that helped me pick up any speed. Did not. Won't be doing that again.
Spin on the left side.
I am not gonna enjoy this race.
Ah, you'll be fine. Just gotta get in a rhythm. You gonna qualify?
No.
Go take that pole and run away with it.
Do you shift down to first?
I don't.
You don't. Oh, okay.
I really rarely shift out a second, which might be a reason why I'm slower, but I'm still making laps at least.
What's your speed?
My time?
Yeah.
2:31 and some change is my fastest. You?
246.
It's alright. This will be a good learning experience for whenever we go here during the regular season later on. You heard there, I was kind of squealing the tires a little bit as I lock the wheels up. Just going to shave off a little bit of grip from the tires. You got to take care of the tires at these road courses. Because even if somebody is faster than you, they might not always be faster than you.
Minute 34.049.
How many laps have you done?
I'm on my 5th lap right now. You?
Third. Travis had every track in the game.
Let's get after him on that. Unfortunately, Travis couldn't join us tonight. He does not have this racetrack. To be fair, we've never had a race at it until this year before, so. There's been no need for him to purchase this racetrack for use on the iRacing service until now.
737.
Of course, the practice session is going to end when I'm cutting my best lap. No, it might not.
This last turn and the first turn get me every time. Never expecting them to be so sharp.
Yeah.
I gained 1 position.
What's your fast time now?
236 something.
It's about what mine's up to.
Stay on the track, it'd probably been a lot better.
That is a key part of cutting a good lap.
Two minute 32.789.
Oh, cut the turn a little bit too sharp. And there's the checkered flag capping off the practice session. All right, so while we go into the qualifying session here, let's go ahead and get a look at these new paint schemes that we're sporting for 2021. We posted about these on our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram earlier this week. If you're not following us on there, be sure to go check us out and give us a like and follow. That's where we'll post news, new paint schemes, live streams, and anything else. So be sure to go check us out on those platforms. And here we are. The first new paint scheme, we'll go with mine. This is my new paint scheme for the number 77 Pulse Racing Magnolia Woodshop Fat Nerds Toyota Camry. You see it has familiar colors from the paint scheme design that we had been driving this past year, but it's got a little bit different design to it. And now we will switch over and take a look at Austin's car because he also is sporting a new paint scheme for this 2021 season. And there is Austin's ride. You can see that he too is sporting similar colors to like he had on his previous paint scheme, just a different design, the same design that I have on my car. And if Travis was in here, we'd be able to show you what his paint scheme looks like. He too has a new paint scheme, but he's not in here, so we'll have to show you what that looks like the next time. But these are what our Toyota Camrys are looking like, so be sure to keep an eye out for them. watch out for Austin as you're watching on board with me. And yeah, so right now they're currently in the qualifying session. Like I said before, it's a 10-minute long session. Each driver gets 10 minutes to lay down one lap, and what that means is you have 10 minutes to go out, make your warm-up lap, which means you drive all the way around the track one time, and then once you get back to the line, you have one more lap to finish up. Once you finish up that other lap, uh, your qualifying time will be posted. Right now, we're 2 minutes into that session, so no qualifying times have been posted just yet because I'm sure drivers are just now making their first warm-up lap. But we should see some lap times go on the board here in just a few minutes. Austin, are you going to be qualifying tonight?
No.
That's a hard no from Austin. I also will not be qualifying. I had planned on it, but I think since it's a new track, I just want to start at the back, get a feel for it, feel how it races. That would help me get a better idea for what to expect on the track when we revisit here in a few months. So while we're waiting on qualifying to finish up, we'll just take a look at the replay of my car while I'm driving in practice. We may switch over and watch a little bit of Austin, get an idea of what he's been doing. See there, he's just overshot the turn just a little bit, just the same place I've been having trouble, but he looks like he's regained his speed pretty quick. Makes a pretty good turn there. I'll switch to another camera. He goes behind the crowd. There we go. You see him pull off around that turn there. And he's coming up on the front stretch actually. So let's see if we can get a better look from this. We'll follow him from the chopper. Oh, unfortunately my replay is a little bit choppy, so he skips in and out. Here he is coming around the final turn to come onto the front stretch. Wow, that's a very clean turn. Very good job. Carries a lot of speed through the turn. He gets to accelerate pretty quick because he makes such a smooth turn. So he'll get some pretty good top speeds on this front stretch here. He approaches the top of the hill, slows way down, gets ready to make that hard left-hand turn. Very good job getting around that turn, very smooth. And now, through this little bit of a turn here, he's coming up on the S's. These are several just small little turns along this little straightaway here. You can see a left followed by a right, a left, right. Navigates it like a pro. Looks like he's not losing very much speed at all. Oh, he gets just a little bit too much on that turn. Hangs on to the car. Nothing lost there. And here he's coming up on another right and then a left-hand turn, which leads into a small little straight shoot before going on the long backstretch here. You see he'll make this left turn here. Come down this little straight stretch and make another hard left-hand turn, similar to the first turn. And then it opens up into this long back straight stretch. Now, once you get to the end of this long straight stretch here, you're going to have to get on the brakes hard because you've got another hard left-hand turn similar to the first turn and that previous turn there. So you see, we'll slow way down. Try to get through that turn as smooth as you can. You see it's very difficult to get through there smooth because you're carrying so much speed going into the turn and it's such a sharp turn. So you really have to be careful about letting off early, getting on the brakes without locking up the wheels and burning off some rubber. There's a whole lot of considerations you have to take whenever you're coming up on these hard turns like that. See, Austin's working on navigating through some of the other turns here that are going to lead him up to the front stretch again. And I do apologize for the videos skipping in and out through there. I'm not sure why iRacing does that for me sometimes, but nonetheless, we still get to see Austin very masterfully cut his way through the turns on this course. And as I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, you can see the design, the layout of this track is very beautiful. They have a lot of colorful graphics, a lot of red, white, and blue, a lot of stars, just a lot of things to take in here. It's really a big, beautiful racetrack. So that's been one lap with Austin from the chopper. Let's switch over to his onboard view, as right now we have. All right, we're gonna go back a lap. That was a bad time to go on board with Austin. We have 2 minutes left, so we should have plenty of time to hop on board with Austin if we can find him here. For some reason, my camera's been locked in scenic view. So, I guess for the last few minutes here, we'll just have to watch the cars go by the track. Apologize for that, folks. Just a little bit of more information about the race tonight. We do have one fast repair. So that means if we take on damage or even destroy our car, we get one free do-over. So we get a brand new car just one time, and all the damage will be repaired. We don't have to take that fast repair. So if we bend up a fender and decide that we don't want to use our fast repair yet, we want to hang on to it until we get more damage to kind of try to take advantage of it, we can. We don't have to take it right away. And the only way to take it is to come down pit road and make a pit stop. Based on the fuel mileage that we were getting in practice, I don't believe we'll have to pit for this race. We might have to, but I don't think that we're gonna run out of gas before the 15 laps is up, so we should be good there. We're just under 2 minutes left in this qualifying session, and then we will take the grid. I want to remind everybody real quick during this break about all the people who help us to put on the show every week. I want to start off by letting you know a little bit about the Magnolia Woodshop. It's a woodworking page that is started and ran by our very own Travis Rucker. Be sure to check him out on Facebook. See all the beautiful woodworking that he's done. He's come up with some beautiful designs. He's made a bunch of ornaments, some wreaths, a bunch of other stuff. Just be sure you go check him out on Facebook. Um, you might find something that you like, and be sure that you let him know that you found out about him from the Pulse Racing team. Also, I want to talk about the Fat Nerds podcast. The Fat Nerds podcast is a podcast that is focused mainly on all things nerds, whether that be movies, video games, comic books, anything like that nature. Um, they talk about it. Some of their more recent episodes, they've discussed some upcoming movies, what kind of movies to expect this year. They've talked about replaying some video games like Pokemon and what to expect about from some upcoming video games. They've talked about casting in movies. I mean, they talk about anything that has anything to do with nerds. So just be sure to go check them out. Give them a listen anywhere that you get your podcast, whether it's on iTunes, Spotify, Anchor, Amazon. I think anywhere you get your podcast, they'll be there. And give them a listen. Write them some good reviews. Let them know that you heard about them from our racing team here. And that's it. It looks like the qualifying has concluded. Austin Rucker will be rolling off
I didn't expect this one to be too popular.
Please
so,
say last.
T9 out of 10.
Thanks for
Darn.
coming, all 9 of you. And I'm sure when we get back to a regular racetrack, we'll be back. But thanks for coming. There's no yellows. We don't have an
Oh
admin.
no.
We do not have
So
a
15 laps,
sign
don't crash.
off of the pit box. You're only going to have a
There,
handheld
you heard it,
sign.
folks. We do not have any yellow
Line
flags
side
tonight,
number
so it's just
restart.
going to be run your race, finish when you finish. Excuse me. All right, the pace car is rolling. Looks like we're doing just a small rolling start. I can't imagine. Yeah, we're not going to make a full lap around the track. Just enough here to get us up to speed.
I don't know what it is, but my legs feel so weird in this seat.
All in favor of a 30-second penalty for Kyle, say
It's
aye.
really a lot of what's going on with why I keep running off the
Aye.
track.
Aye!
Aye. Get behind the 38.
Sad thing is, it might still catch up and beat us.
So we're coming up on what should be the starting line up
Line
here.
up behind the 38.
Just a few more turns and this race will be underway.
Don't make me cry.
Yeah, man. I'd hate to see him come to a start on this track, honestly. It'd be scary going into turn 1.
Yeah.
Alright,
I have
spotter,
no idea how this
you ready
place
or ready?
races, so give and take a bit
Come
in
on.
turn 1.
Hey, the car's down, be ready.
Getting ready to start here.
Alright, buddy. Line up behind the 38. You ready? Green flag.
And we're underway.
Left side.
Did you get a black flag,
clear.
JR?
Keep going.
No.
We made it through turn 1.
We did.
Something NASCAR can't actually do.
Sometimes they have a hard time doing that.
Well, they didn't at the
Whoop.
inaugural Daytona race. They wrecked.
Left side.
Got to slow down here.
Alright, man. We'll be
Make
fine.
give up some time
Clear,
that
clear,
I
clear.
think we made up by cutting the track there. That's all right.
Got a slow one.
Where do you brake up here?
Right between, pretty much right after the red on the right starts.
Front of you, front of you, front of you, front of you.
Oh, I overshot the turn.
Super easy to do.
Did it again.
Minute 32.138.
No, JR!
I did the thing.
I can't hear what they're saying.
JR has wrecked off the track.
Keep coming. left side. Still there. You're clear. Stay on your toes. Right side. Clear, clear, clear. Keep coming.
Sorry about that, JR.
All good, wrong place, wrong time. It's hard to see to the side in these things.
It's hard to see, it's hard to brake, it's hard to go, it's hard to stop, it's hard to turn.
They make some good points.
No lies.
What's
Rosette.
that?
They just say it's a hard track.
Oh dear. Well, I'm in the wall.
Back her up.
Minute 30.109.
Got loose.
There we go, cutting that turn too tightly again. And that one not tightly enough.
Sorry, man.
2 minute 28.399.
Alright, dude.
Spin, spin.
I'm having a heck of a time back here.
How's it going, man?
Yeah, not good. It's hard to turn left. Kind of got that damage.
Where'd you hit the wall with?
Front.
Did you hit it square?
No, kind of at an angle.
30.945.
Well, good luck, William. That time was really bad. I got stuck in the wall.
Looks like Pulse Racing is down to 1 entry in the competition.
Yeah. I'll be back.
Alrighty. Got that turn pretty sharp, but doesn't seem like it hurt her speed very much. Really missed that turn though. That really hurt our lap time.
Two minute 31.545. 10 to go.
Okay, as the race has gone on, tires are starting to wear out and go away, which means that have to be easier on the gas pedal. You have to let off earlier going into the turns. Got to be easier on the brakes. Really have to change up the way you drive the car to keep the tires from burning all the way out, and to keep up with the tires as they change, really. Next week, the iRacing East Series, an old league that we used to run in. Hadn't been running in recently, but we're looking to make a few more starts in there than we had been. They begin their Super Speedway Series next Friday. We are hoping to make it to that race. Don't have the details on the race, where the racetrack is at, which of the Super Speedways will be running, or which cars will be running. But as we get some more information, we will pass it along to you if we can make the race. So we're looking forward to trying to make that. Next Monday, we will be taking another just 1 week break from this league. We're going to have 1 week off, and then racing will resume at Phoenix again the week after. So just have 1 week off, and then we will be right back tearing it up out there in the desert. So be sure to keep an eye out for that. We will keep you posted on Facebook, Twitter, and yeah, should be a lot of fun.
minute 32.464.
Now, I mentioned this league will be taking a week off next week. So the race that was originally scheduled, which was the dirt track at Charlotte, which we're looking forward to, has been rescheduled to the week after Phoenix. So we haven't lost that race date, we just had to reschedule it due to some scheduling conflicts. But we will still make up that race for sure. Phew. See, you really missed pretty much all of our points through there. Really missed all our marks. So try to recover from that and that. Got just a little bit loose there. Put a little bit too much power down all at once. Caused the back end to kick out on us. Had to get it back under reins. But we're good now. Just gotta focus, get back on our marks, and keep knocking these laps off. We are all but halfway there now.
3.87.
I'm kind of pushing just a little bit too hard still, so I still got to work on backing it off.
2 minute 34.424.
I'm sorry, Patrick.
Oh, you're good. It's a handful.
Yeah, I locked him up and just had to ditch off to the right. Hope I didn't get you.
No, I'm fine. You just scared the shit out of me.
That was a nice slide job, Joe.
How's it going, Will?
Decent on lap 9.
You talking to me?
Yeah, the triple apex. You threw a slider.
I didn't notice. I was too busy sliding myself.
Another man has dropped out of the race. Looks like Chris Webb, driver the number 68, has disconnected, so
2 minute 34.2.
that's one more position we will pick up. Alright, so at the line here, just around this turn, we should be at 5 laps to go. Just 5 more circuits around the Circuit of the Americas racetrack.
Two minute 32.387. 5 to go.
Trying to push it just a little bit too much there. At the top of the broadcast, we mentioned that this race would be a lot of firsts. Another first that we did not mention is that this is, I'm not sure about Austin, but this is my first time driving a stock car on a road course. So, Austin, have you done any road course races in a stock car before?
Nope.
There you go. So it was a first for both of us. Pretty happy with how it's gone so far for both of us. Feel like it's been a good bit of learning. Obviously, we still have a lot left to learn, but at least it seems like we have a halfway solid foundation to start with.
Yeah, well, we all make mistakes. We all make mistakes. We just gotta focus to move forward now. Two minute 33.598.
Another car has retired from the event. It was Richard Lakawa. I apologize if I just butchered your last name, Richard. I believe that was a position that was behind me, so we shouldn't gain anything off of that. But another car has retired from this race.
minute 32.762.
Boy.
Attention all drivers, I will be accepting bids to slow Kyle down, so you can start offering.
See there, one of the drivers was jokingly offering to hold up the leader, as the leader has apparently pulled away from everybody. It is closing in on lapping some people here. You heard that 2 laps to go. That was the leader at the line there, so that's how much difference there is between the leader and myself.
Feels like a pickup truck in the snow.
That's a pretty accurate representation. JR Austin, since you're here, just described this as driving like a pickup truck in the snow. How would you choose to describe how the race car felt at the track today, Austin? Yeah, I couldn't agree more. That's how I felt, especially through the first few turns, but not so much in the latter turns. Just the first few turns in the middle kind of felt like that. But I would say it feels like kind of like a pickup truck driving in some kind of obstacle, some obstruction, something that's hard, snow, something like that.
White flag.
There you can see the leader just took the white flag. As long as I get back to the line before he does, I will not go a lap down, which is a very impressive achievement personally. And it looks as though I have moved up into the 5th position. Not sure what's happened there. I don't remember passing anybody. It looks like Joe Francis maybe? Yeah, Joe Francis is behind me, so he's rather fast. I'm sure he will make that up. No problem. And when he gets to me, I probably will let him have the spot. I don't want to wreck either one of our cars. But yeah.
Good night, Paige.
Oh, missed
Have
our
you?
turn there. We'll let Joe come on by.
Clear.
And there is the white flag for me, meaning I won't go a lap down. So just one more circuit around this racetrack.
3.
Small by the 5.
Almost had him. Kyle put it on us.
And here we are, crossing the line for the checkered flag. So that concludes the first race of 2021.
That's it.
First time racing in a stock car on a road course. First time racing at COTA, amongst many other things. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you to all the fans for tuning in and watching. I know it was rather quiet, a little bit long of a race, but I feel like I learned a lot on this road course, and I'm looking forward to revisiting here. Should be able to come on and have a much stronger performance when we come back to this track. So looking forward to that. Once again, just thanks everybody for tuning in. I hope you have a good night. I hope you've enjoyed the stream, and we will catch you next time.